pretty good Cheez-Its. Hello everyone, it's your boy C-Dust back again, and before we get into this video, I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for the support you guys have been giving me. At the time of recording this video right here, I am at 1.6 thousand subscribers, and honestly, it's insane. I know I've said it in the past in a previous video, presumably I think it was the update one for the SML Chili drama, but literally 3 years ago is when I started this channel. I only have 40 subs, and it really never increased or decreased, and now 3 years later, within the span of like literally 2 weeks, 1.6 thousand of you have subscribed to this channel, and that's kind of insane. And I just wanted to thank you guys so much for that before we got into this video. But without further ado, let's dive in and talk about a person that I'm sure many of you guys remember and possibly know, Jacob Sartorius. I thought we'd do a brief history and also figure out where he is nowadays. So without further ado, let's dive in. In the sacred year of 2015, an app rose to fame that was known throughout the world. This app, of course, was none other than Musical.ly, better known today as TikTok after the rebranding. Just like any social media platforms, many creators gained popularity on it. While Musical.ly had Baby Ariel, Lisa and Lena, and Mackenzie Ziegler, there was one star that no tween or teen could really escape the sight of at that time. That person being none other than Jacob Sartorius. Jacob was only around the age of 12 when his career first took off in 2014 when he first started creating videos. Originally, Jacob was on the now defunct Vine, where he made short skits and music videos for his viewers. He didn't get much attention until he made the jump to Musical.ly a year later, however. This jump was clearly the shift Jacob needed, as in 2016 he was able to garner a total of 8 million followers on the site. Now, I remember when everyone knew who this kid was, when every single girl had a crush on this kid. I remember how literally everybody wanted to be with him. Like, he was a literal symbol amongst the teen/teenage girl group. Just like any celebrity, Jacob of course had haters. Unlike most celebrities, however, Jacob seemed to have an even ratio of fans and haters. For a million people that liked Jacob, there was a million that didn't. I remember when I used to hate Jacob with like a burning passion. Like, honestly, I was kind of jealous of him because, I mean, I guess the tension was being dragged away from other guys and more towards Jacob. And that kind of obviously made our young teenage selves quite jealous of him, me and the rest of the guys included. Of the people that hated Jacob, however, was a man who wouldn't stop talking about him, by the name of Brian Lee, better known as Rice Gum. Rice Gum started gaining traction in his career around the same time of Musical.ly's rise in popularity. One of the things that boosted his fame was a series on his channel by the name of These Kids Must Be Stopped. In the series, Rice would rant about clips of kids doing inappropriate or stupid stuff on social media, stating that they must be stopped. I remember when I would get back home from school and I would pull up YouTube and I would always look for the new Rice Gum upload. I followed him like a sheep follows a shepherd. The person Rice most frequently talked about, however, was none other than Jacob himself. Rice would continually make shots at the kid on a normal basis to garner more views and attention from people. By doing this, he was able to gain a fairly large audience of, quote, Musical.ly haters who would sometimes go out of their way to, quote, witch hunt the kids he talked about. Around this time, Jacob had gained so much of a following that many labels and producers started looking towards his direction. Not too long after, Jacob signed to a record label called T3 Music Group to create and produce his own albums and songs in order to expand his already large footprint and profit off his current fame. On June 7, 2017, Jacob released his first single under the label entitled Sweatshirt, a song about a girl he wants to be with that he swears he'd protect and keep safe. The song was primarily received very negatively for not only the heavy use of autotune, but for the quote cringe-worthy music video attached to it. To add on top of it, many commentary channels, such as Leafy is Here and Pyrocynical, continually took shots at the video and song, which only further increased the negative perception people had on the song itself. Now, when I first heard Sweatshirt, I honestly thought it was one of the worst songs of all time, but now looking back on it and re-listening to it, it honestly wasn't all that bad. Auto-tune Jacob aside, honestly, it had a nice catchy beat and it had some pretty decent lyrics. Overall, it was just a pretty decent song, and I don't know why so many people hated it. Shortly after the launch of the song, RiceGum released a video for his 2 million subscribers special where he actually flew out to meet Jacob and, quote, settled the beef. After this, RiceGum never really took a shot at Jacob again, and shortly after also stopped producing the These Kids Must Be Stopped series. I personally believe that RiceGum realized that making fun of young kids wasn't right and canceled the series, although there's not much evidence to support this, especially since he later on continued to make fun of younger kids anyways. On the side of Jacob, however, he continued to produce songs and eventually even released his first EP called Last Text on January 20th, 2017. After the release of Last Text, I think most of us kind of went and forgot about Jacob Sartorius. Me personally, that's like when I stopped caring about him, and literally a lot of the girls in my school also stopped, quote, crushing on him so much, and he kind of became out of the public eye, and he wasn't so visible. Or would he be not so visible? Around January of 2018, to the shock of many, news started circulating that popular Stranger Things star Millie Bobby Brown had started dating Jacob Sartorius. All of a sudden, Jacob was back in the news and was being asked to be interviewed left and right. For me, this seemingly came out of nowhere. But I mean, like, when it actually came up, when I say everyone was talking about it, I mean everyone was talking about it. It was kind of makes sense why it was so popular and why everyone was talking about it, because when you have such a big star dating someone like Jacob Sartorius, of course it's going to get a lot of publicity. Like many relationships, however, the two's relationship eventually came to an end sometime later the same year, once again taking the spotlight off Jacob. It's been about a year since the Millie Bobby Brown / Jacob Sartorius breakup, but I mean, I've almost completely forgotten about it at this point, and I think a lot of people have also forgotten about it too. And I mean, one day as I was recording a video, I kind of thought to myself, I wonder where Jacob Sartorius is nowadays, and you know, I decided to do a quick Google search and find out. Nowadays, Jacob Sartorius is generally ignored by the general public and is mostly remembered as a one-hit wonder. Like some defunct creators, Jacob tried to step out of his bubble to try new things to no avail. This only hurt Jacob's brand as a whole, and people quickly forgot about him. Jacob still produces content to this day, but they have not garnered nearly as much attention as his previous works. With a YouTube channel of 3 million subscribers, Jacob only gets around an average of 60,000 views on non-music related videos. If anything good has come of the decline in fame, it's that at least now Jacob doesn't have as many haters. Nowadays, when I look back on the hate that Jacob Sartorius got, I kind of laugh. The hate that the kid got really wasn't deserved, as he wasn't as bad of a kid as people made him out to be. In all honesty, I kind of feel for him, when looking for research for this video, I kind of looked back at old interviews of Jacob Sartorius and other people, and I saw that Jacob Sartorius said that making videos is literally his passion, and that it's almost an escape for him from the school bullying that he was facing at that time. So I honestly feel for him, and I honestly don't think he deserved as much hate as he got. He is honestly just a kid in his bedroom just trying to record some videos and, you know, have some fun. If there's one thing to take away from Jacob's early stardom, is that true passion for your craft trumps hatred of others any day. And no matter how many times people beat you down, always try to get back up. And when you do, you'll come back even stronger. I hope you guys enjoyed this brief history of Jacob Sartorius' past to his present, and I guess his downfall in general. Let me know what you guys think of Jacob Sartorius at this current time down in the comment section down below. I'd like to know if people's opinions have changed on him, or if they still honestly hate him as much as they did back in the day when RiceGum and Leafy and Pyrocynical were all hating on him. Honestly, I've checked out some of his recent material and I think it's pretty decent. While I don't think it's anything special, I still think that the kid has a lot of talent, and I definitely think that he could definitely come back someday. Who knows? You know, people return and they come back better than ever. So, you never know. But with that being said, that's going to about do it for me. I've been C-Dust. Hope you guys enjoyed this piece of content right here. I hope that you kind of like the new format that I'm trying out here, or at least different type of video here. And I hope you stick around. If you did like it, please subscribe for more content like this. And until next time, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.